House of Representatives yesterday. Today, he has been arraigned for assault. The young man, the boat driver that he assaulted, and his own, lawyer, Deji Adeyanju, petitioned the Nigeria police, and today he has been arraigned for assault. Let's replay his apology yesterday in full.
To rise and speak very briefly concerning the incident that took place on October 27th of 2024, involving myself and a citizen, Mr. Stephen Abuja, an e-hailing cab driver. What began as a misunderstanding regrettably escalated into actions and remarks that do not reflect the values that I hold dear, nor those that I am.
Chairman CBN, you're having another parliament there.
As a member of the esteemed House, I deeply regret my words and actions that occurred at the heat of the moment, and I take full responsibility for how this exchange has impacted on the citizen, Mr. Abuja, his family, and the entire public. I acknowledge that I am human, thus infallible. And in recognizing the significance of the role as a public servant, I am mindful of the weight of my words and actions and how they may have affected those that I represent. Since the incident, Citizen Abuja and I have engaged in alternative dispute resolution methods, and I am pleased to inform this Honorable House that we have reached a respectful and constructive resolution. Additionally, my sincere apologies to the leadership of the House, my honorable colleagues, and the entire National Assembly as a whole for any deficit of goodwill that this particular incident may have caused. I am aware that my actions reflect not only on myself, but also the esteemed institution, the trust that the public places in us. This experience has served as a humbling reminder of the need for restraint and self-control, particularly in challenging situations. Mr. Speaker and honorable colleagues.
This personal explanation looks like a lead debate. It's like an essay.
Mr. Speaker.
Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Speaker, I'm speaking. Mr. Speaker, am I protected, Mr. Speaker?
Go ahead.
Mr. Speaker, this experience has been especially disheartening as it stands in the contrast to the positive strides that we have made in my constituency of Aba North and Aba South, particularly in the areas of health, education, and empowerment. Nevertheless, it serves as a teachable moment, Mr. Speaker, for all of us in public office that is held in high standards. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I just want to state once again that I am human. Even though there was things were said, and those things I regret. I apologize to all Nigerians. Regardless of the provocation, there should be no reason why I should react in that form. So I want to use this opportunity to appeal to all Nigerians. Let us let what has happened remain in the past, and let us forge forward. Thank you once again for giving me the opportunity to tender this apology, Mr. Speaker.
He said he has resolved things with the victim of his assaults. That is not true. Yes, he's using what is called AI-generated apology. That apology did not come from his heart. He did not write it. He went on to Grok on Twitter to help him write an apology. I then edited it. So people got to find the copy of his apology. Sorry, one sec. I think I'm going to put that up in a minute now. One sec. Okay. So that's him in the dock in court, in Abuja court this morning. So what we heard is that that apology that he is reading was 100% AI-generated apology. Are you with me? 100%. So AI detector. You know, say Nigerians, if they get your time, they are the #1 detectives, especially on Twitter, X. People there, they are special. They have a way around, if they are interested in your case, in your matter. So I love spending my time there. So as we speak, the assaulted individual has sued Mr. Mike Tyson, Alex, Mascot. So we will follow that up in the coming days and that, okay? So I don't know what Mr. Stephen is asking for in damages, but the police that was supposed to have arrested this guy, they did not arrest him, but they told the world that he's been arrested when he wasn't, until the petition at least requires that he must be brought to court. So the police took him to court today to answer the case of assault. So I like that. I really do. So I'll give that a follow-up, like I said, in the coming days and maybe weeks. So his apology to his friend on the floor of the Nigerian House of Representatives remained just an entertainment for his colleagues. Some even said, this guy, Alex from Abao, has converted to Islam. And no wonder his means of dressing and all of that is pretty much like, some people they follow people up a lot, Sabi. In his recent conversation with Zulum of Borono, this one.
Really? Yes. I saw outside. Yes, I prayed outside. After the announcement, then people, I want to go in. But people have disturbed the pathway. No, when I stop, the police have stopped people going out, so I will put crowd. Yeah. That is why I left. Right. See humility. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
That's the answer he said he wants you to be his godfather.
No, inshallah. Inshallah. Yes, but now that we are Muslim, the godfather is God.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. The godfather is God. Only one. Yes. God. But follow it, then as human beings, we will support you.
Alhamdulillah. Now that you are a Muslim, you see, there's nothing some of these criminal politicians will not do. In Nigeria, let me tell you something. In Nigeria, there are some people who have this mentality, right? That if you want to go far in Nigeria politics, just try to pander to them in the north. Some will just be like, okay, you know what? I will just convert to Islam. Not because they believe in Islam or anything, no. But they know that they are likely going to be more accommodated, more accepted. Eh? So he's Alaji. He's a Muslim from Aba now. Remember his boss, Oji Uzokalu. That's his boss. He himself is partially Alaji too, in case if you don't know. Yeah, because he wanted to be president of Nigeria. So he went on to, if you see Okorocha as well, is partially Muslim too. But these guys don't believe in any Islam or anything. It's all for political acceptance or advancing their political, their political journey in Nigeria. You know, they say, you are not a Muslim. Oh, Alhamdulillah, we have one Allah, one single Allah. That's good. So, yeah, we are brothers now. Now I trust you. I know that you are my brother now and all that. I don't know what kind of desperation will make people play the religious card and all that stuff just to get an acceptance from what the heck? Anyway, there is good news for those of you from northern Nigeria. So I found a video for two of them, and I matched them, by the way, on your destroyed power transmission, what have you, okay? So they had the Nigerian military, the Nigerian Air Force, the TCN, and the Nigeria Civil Defense, the only people we know did the Nigerian Navy, to make sure that they provide security for the engineers to come and fix your power cable. So yesterday, from the Benue side and from Kaduna side, we saw this.
Hey, 17. No right. No, there is a variety of rice. Last year, not the same variety. And that last year, by now, we don't use. Okay, you know what you said that time? That one, I agree. You keep a half bag for it. I keep it now. So what happens? I told the like to wait.
The blue face is being brought down. The blue face is coming down now. After blue face, then we bring down the trouble face, the yellow face. Bringing down blue face to give a space, work space for the yellow face.
That's a lot of work. Because what the terrorists did was that they blown up one of this power, what do you call that thing? Mast. You see that long thing? They had to erect a new one, like take it up again, and they started like joining the cables. So they said it's going to take them 5 days. So today is day 3. So they hope that latest by Friday, the northern part of Nigeria should have electricity again. But the concern is this. The terrorists, according to the Minister of Darkness, Adebayo Adelabu Benkelemes, he said the terrorists continue to threaten that they will kill all the workers very soon. And they will continue to blow the power transmission, cable. So what would Nigeria do now? Would Nigeria just have to place military as well as the Air Force to be surveilling the power cable, the power transmission and all of that stuff in the area every day and night? Because all it's going to take is just for them to attach their dynamite again to that massive pole, and then boom, Walatishele again. This is the price that Nigeria is paying for the greed as well as the evil of the northern politicians who wanted power by all means, and they empowered terrorism to gain that power. Today, the result of sponsoring terrorism against Nigeria for political power is what everybody is witnessing. Nigeria spends so much on defense, but rather than the insecurity to go down, well, poverty continues to increase, so therefore insecurity will continue to increase. Nigeria is spending almost 1/3 of our national budget on defense. Yeah, you would hear about 7 trillion, 8 trillion, the money that is going into defense alone. But rather than it to reduce terrorism or stop terrorism to some extent, right? It has continued to escalate because it's an industry, though, So whatever they are doing there right now is temporary. There was the time that these terrorists took over Shiroro. Shiroro is one of the hydro power dam for especially northern Nigeria. They took it over for months, if not years. That Nigeria just kind of ignored it totally, and they left the area for the terrorists. So if these guys are now bombing power cable or transmission to destroy the economy of the North even further, is it not time for those who are the terrorist sponsoring Sharia here and there? Is it not time for them to have a rethink? Well, that would be me, kind of like a thinking out aloud, to say. A few days ago, I should have even put that up earlier. I'm going to try to put it up. A few days ago, the House of Representatives, they invited Devulumai, the Minister for Potholes, Super Highway, Abina Coastal Highway in Nigeria, Devulumai, to come and give accounts of why the Nigerian roads remain in a state of, in a deplorable state. And Devulumai, we didn't capture his response. So that is why I'm going to kind of play this video again, okay? So the refs were wondering why the roads in Nigeria continue to be bad and terrible. And Devulumai is all over the place, claiming to be awarding super highway, mega highway, coastal road here and there, when they do not even have any money to prosecute or complete any coastal road anywhere. And Devulumai, I mean, then you, Mr. Devulumai, You were here where we give an approval, supplementary budget of 300 billion naira. If you had spent that money, on the state of bad roads in Nigeria, you would have fixed some to some extent. So Devulumai said later that that man is a contractor. He must be one of the contractors that they denied contract. That's why he's targeting him. Remember this clip.
You are not here to come and tell us what you already knew in the area of resources. So if you are telling us the reason why you have failed in fixing our road infrastructure is because of resources, don't let me take you up there. Because you concentrated your energy as a minister on less priority issues. Don't discuss resources. I say it again. With all the road that we have across the country are failed. If you are addressing these roads, existing roads, with the resources that you have, sir, Honorable Minister, we will not be where we are. Don't discuss resources. I say it again. You came here last year, you got 300 billion budget approval, supplementary approval. Don't raise my emotion. I am worried that you are not concerned about fixing Nigerian roads. We are not here for business of whether you want to do the job or you don't want to do the job. Stop telling us you are awarding road. We don't want you to be awarding road that you are not ready to do. How can you be telling us that there is no resources? In less than 1 minute, from everything that everybody has said, it's a clue. You have no plan for us as a nation. I was wondering what was used as benchmark for your appraisal. You are not here to come and tell us what you already.
The Alaye took it personal. And in his own response, Devulumai said it will publish what they use the 300 billion naira for next week. Do you know that this same Tifnubu's regime has paid 1.1 trillion naira to Gilbert Shaguri's high-tech construction for the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road? Where did they get that money from? It wasn't appropriated money. It was not approved money. But they found the money and they gave it to Shaguri. The one they want to construct from Sokoto to Badagry. We do not know how much exactly is the cost. Let's be honest. They are hiding that. A lawyer that's asked through the Freedom of Information Act that asked for the details of this road contract. He has been shut out. And when he went to court, Devulumai has hired 6 senior advocates of nuisance to defend him and said they can't, for the sake of national security, they cannot give you the details of the contract. Are you being serious, man? Yeah? Well, he had this to say in response to that man, that House of Rep member.
The president has given very special attention to Ministry of Works. And that's why in 2023 supplementary, he approved 300 billion to take care of a number of palliatives. By next week, we are going to publish what success we've achieved in those 300 billion projects. We used it to procure over 330 roads, palliatives, and bridge repairs, which were properly procured and properly executed. Today, we have achieved over 85% completion. And so when we publish it, I want him to go there, if he can leave his oversight in FEMA, and he can go and check these projects. And I'm going to put, we have done tremendously very well in a number of our projects. Of course, there is no amount of resources that can fix 2,604 projects in 1 year. We've terminated over 10 projects following due process. Some of them have lasted 17 years, 18 years. And so we are doing very, very well.
That's Devulumai. He's done very, very well. It's just that this House of Representative people, don't mind them all. They want to collect contracts. And because I'm not giving them contracts, that is why they're asking me all this. I'm above them. He didn't say that there. He said that after leaving the room. Yeah, he said, I am above them. I'm